Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a very fun show for you, the SEC Power Rankings. Yeah, we're going to get all into this, talk about the SEC and what happened in week 2, and the new Power Rankings are out. So if you had a bad weekend and you know who I'm talking about, Auburn and Kentucky, I'm looking in your direction. You might not want to watch this video. It could upset you. Humongous, tell them.
Just walk away.
Yeah, listen to Humongous. This is going to be a tough video. You're probably going to need your participation trophy. That always helps in these situations. And, of course, your safe space.
Everyone likes me and thinks I'm great in my safe space.
My safe space.
Yeah, that always comes in handy. But let's get right into this. And let's get right into number 16, Kentucky.
What brought you to this lowly stage?
Please tell us, no matter how it hurts. What did we do?
Yeah, what brought you to this lowly place? Bottom of the barrel. I had really high hopes for Kentucky. They brought in Brock Vanderbilt from Georgia. He played great in the first game. Everything was looking good. You were up against South Carolina, who looked terrible against Old Dominion, the trucking company. Look, everything was lined up.
And it was at home.
And you got absolutely boat raced 31-6, and now you're at the bottom. That's just, I'm shocked over that. For some reason, and that happens with teams, a certain team will get your number, and South Carolina's got Kentucky's. That's the third year in a row they beat them. So, Kentucky, you're at the bottom. You're going to have to work your way back up. All right, at number 15, we got the Florida Gators. Now, they whooped up on Sanford and Son this last weekend, and they had DJ Lagway in there. Of course, you know, he blew up. He had like 400 yards plus passing. So now he's the golden child. But they got to play Texas A&M at 2:30. Should be a pretty interesting game. A&M's got a lot of talent. Florida's got a lot of talent too. This is a game that could go either way. I don't think there'll be a big point spread. So anyway, that'll be a fun game to watch. So Florida's at number 15, and of course, we all know Billy Napier's on that hot seat, but we knew he'd get a 1-week reprieve with Sanford coming in. Oh, Auburn Tigers. Lost to California. 4 turnovers, Peyton Thorne. Told you all offseason to go get a quarterback. But Hugh Freeze didn't want to pay $1 million. That's what it boiled down to. It was money. He said, I can't see myself putting in $1 million for a guy to come play 1 year when I've got some quarterbacks here that I like. Okay, we now know money was the issue. And he went and he got some good wide receivers, and he said, if I put good wide receivers around Peyton, he'll be fine. Okay, he's thrown interceptions everywhere he's been for like 3 or 4 years. When somebody tells you who they are, you might want to listen. Nothing against Peyton. I'm sure he's a great guy, but he throws interceptions. That's what he does. Mississippi State at 13. That doesn't surprise me any. They lost to Arizona State by 7. Levy's first year. He didn't have much to work with anyway. You know, they'll probably win 5 games this year, something like that. So I could see them being 13th. That's fine. Some people got them ranked worse than that, actually. Old Arkansas, man, did you guys blow it against Oklahoma State?
You blew it!
Yeah, you blew it big time. You had a 2-touchdown lead. Everything was going great. Your new quarterback was looking fine, and just Oklahoma State came back on you. You got to watch out for old Gundy. Business up front, party in the back.
No, man, but you got to keep going. What am I going to do, quit? That's not an option. You got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it? You make it work for you. You never give up, man. That's my philosophy.
So Arkansas at number 12. Vanderbilt, number 11. Good old Vanderbilt beat Alcorn State 55-0. They are 2-0, undefeated. And by the way, they're playing Georgia State this weekend. So probably going to be 3-0. Good for Vandy. I've been giving them grief for 2 years. I'm so glad to see them on the upswing. That's great. And they got a really good quarterback, Diego Pavia. I call him Enrico Palazzo.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo! Yeah.
He's looking good. That guy can play. He was really good for New Mexico State last year, and he's wearing it out for the Commodores. He's got them in the right direction. And that can really, you get a guy with moxie on the field, and all of a sudden everybody starts believing, and that can make a huge difference. Did you learn something from that, Hugh Freeze?
Yeah. Okay, you can owe me.
Oh, South Carolina, number 10. They were on the bottom of the barrel after barely beating the trucking company last week. So for them to go up to Kentucky and win 31-6 shocked everybody. Their defense was outstanding. Those guys on that line, man, they lived in the backfield. Brock Vandergriff, he had to go get a restraining order against South Carolina's defensive line. They can't get within 300 feet of him for the next 12 months. So that'll help him. But good old South Carolina, man, 2-0. Shocked me. Looked like dog crap the first week, but played really well. Their offense, it's not there. But they might win 5 or 6 games this year. That'll keep Shane Beamer in his job. That defense is for real. Number 9, Texas A&M. Of course, they're going to Florida at 2:30. They got beaten that first game by Notre Dame. We thought that wasn't that bad a loss. Now it looks like crap since Notre Dame got beat by Northern Illinois fighting possums or whatever they are up there.
I drink your milkshake.
That just shocked the world. So anyway, Texas A&M at number 9. We'll see. They're plenty of talent, but, Connor Wagman, we just don't know about. I thought he was going to play great this year, but, maybe he'll get it together. He was a 5-star, by the way. Oklahoma, number 8. Man, they barely got by Houston. They're hanging on. There might be a problem there.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, there could be a problem there because Houston about got them. So we'll find out about Oklahoma. They're playing Tulane, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem at 2:30. We'll see. Then they got to play Tennessee, but it's at home. That's going to be the biggest game of the weekend 2 weeks from now. I'm really looking forward to that game. LSU, they beat Nichols, whatever that is. And they're going to South Carolina, 11 a.m. Is there anything worse than a morning game? That is just awful. 11 a.m. It must be at LSU. No, it's at South Carolina. The crap are they doing playing at 11? That should be a heck of a ball game. South Carolina, you better find your offense because LSU is going to score. I know you've got a really good defense, but they're going to score some points. And LSU's defense is gettable, so we'll see how that plays out. But they're sitting at number 7. They're 1-1 after that rough loss to USC. They're pretty disappointed down there in LSU land. If they can beat South Carolina, that'll help ease the pain a little bit. Number 6, Alabama, who I know it looks like they beat South Florida to death. They were up by 1 point going in the fourth quarter. 1 point. Had USF won that game, the meltdown would have been beyond epic.
I love America and I love the Tide, baby. And I love Will and down. Tide, go get them. Tide, go take them down.
But that didn't happen. So they had a scare. They're playing at Wisconsin at 11 a.m. They better get their crap together, is what I can say. Wisconsin's not a great team, but they're good enough to beat them if they play like they did against USF. Number 5, Missouri, 2-0, beat Buffalo 38-0. They got to go to Boston College. That should be no problem. Although Boston College played okay against FSU, I still think Missouri will handle them no problem.
We stand on business, Josh.
I'm not happy with Missouri letting their defensive coordinator go to LSU over money. That's just stupid. Missouri's not a poor state, nor are they a poor school. Very odd. But anyway, they're 2-0 and sitting at number 5 in the SEC power rankings. That ain't too shabby. Ole Miss sitting at number 4. They beat the crap out of MTSU, which is not that bad a team, folks. They're going to Wake Forest. They should have no trouble with them at 5:30. I see them easily winning that game. They've got, of course, Lane Kiffin and their boy Jackson Dart, who looks great. He's a real Heisman candidate. Look for Ole Miss to handle Wake Forest just fine, and they'll be sticking around 3 or 4 in the power rankings. Oh, boy, Tennessee, 2-0, beat the crap out of NC State. Everybody's fired up about Nico Iamaleava. Everybody thinks we're a throwing team. We're not. We're a running team. We ran for over 250 yards on a neutral site. We're playing Kent State at like 6:40. Oh, it's 6:45. That's perfect. That's good for me. So I look for them to easily win that ball game, and then look for the Oklahoma game 2 weeks from now. That's the first really big test. NC State was a test. Don't get it twisted. They're a decent team. But Oklahoma, they've got as much talent as Tennessee, or darn close to it, and a 5-star quarterback. So my Vols sitting at number 3. I'm fine with that. Texas went and beat up on Michigan. That didn't surprise anybody.
It's got to be America's team.
I had them blowing them out, and they did. They got to play UT San Antonio. That's an easy win for them. Texas is looking fine. They're strong at quarterback. They're strong everywhere. They've spent the money. They've brought in the big-time recruits. They're going to be tough. So having them at number 2 doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And without further ado, Georgia, number 1. What a shock. They got to, oh, no. They're going to Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky, no. Oh, what a team to have to face after losing that game so badly to South Carolina. Kentucky. This is going to be I don't know what to tell you. Buckle up. It's going to be a rough weekend. Dang. Well, anyway, Georgia number 1. No shock there. So there's your power rankings from 16 down to 1. Heck of a weekend. We had an upset or two. A couple of teams almost got upset. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Helps me out. And right over here is a button that's called the subscribe button. Helps you get my videos. Will not cost you a dime. And helps me too. And right over here is a video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy based on your viewing history. Something to do with the algorithm. You know I'm not an expert of that.
Who are you? I am the architect. I created the Matrix. I've been waiting for you.
But anyway, you'll probably like it. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.